You want to really get rich? You should buy a business that you don't actually run. How the heck do I do that? Well, if you've ever hired an employee or a contractor, why can't you hire a general manager to run your business that you bought so that you don't have to run it? Well, what does that entail? There's two main ways to buy a business and not run it. The first, find somebody inside of the business. The number two, the current general manager, maybe somebody who's leading operations, and talk to them, figure out, can that person be promoted, maybe trained a little bit to be the CEO of this business, and therefore you don't have to run it. The second way is you can start developing relationships right now with people who are excellent at running businesses from $5 million to $20 million of revenue right in the size that you're looking for. So now over the course of 6 months, you meet 6, 7 people who have demonstrated excellence in buying and growing and building businesses in this range. And so when you find that roofing company, that HVAC company, that pool service company, all you have to do is pick the best one off of your list and say, hey, number 4, wouldn't you love to go run this business? And if you're offering a competitive salary and probably some equity kicker, this person's going to say, I would way rather do this with somebody who I've had a relationship a bit, where I know actually how to do this because I've been successful in it already. They go try to find a job at some big company where my skills won't even be developed or valued or compensated appropriately. The dream for most managers is to work in a small business that's built on trust and stability versus some big entity where they're just a cog in a wheel. So as a buyer, you have to realize that the thing that you're doing that's complex and difficult is the exact thing that these business operators want. They want a small business in a small town with a limited number of employees, with direct access to the owner, with direct access to some real equity upside, with the ability to go have conversations very bluntly as opposed to in some board meeting and 12 slides and 4-page memos. So what you're delivering here is exactly what they want. And that's one of those amazing times in business where you're not really trying to pitch somebody on an idea that they don't understand is valuable. You're just describing to somebody the thing that you have is exactly what they want. You're using the right words. So Elliot, where do the guys with success running $5 to $20 million businesses hang out? Excellent question. Couple of places you can build relationships with these folks. First, everybody hates on LinkedIn, but a lot of those folks are on LinkedIn. And you can search by company size, how many employees, location. So you get a lot of data in this app that people hate on. So that's one. Second is industry organizations and their annual meetings. So each main big organization, whether it's roofing, HVAC, plumbing, digital marketing, honestly, is going to have a conference somewhere in the United States, more than likely one time a year. If you pay your $400 to get a ticket there, and you start hanging out on the floor and saying, hey, I'm looking for a CEO of a business I'm buying this year, oh, you'll get some attention. Here's another way. So people in your local area are running companies this size. They know other people that are just like them. So if you're looking to buy a roofing company, you may just look up 5, go visit them, try to figure out who's in charge, say, hey, who would be a good owner or CEO for a business of this size? Since you're already here, who would be good for the next thing? And you'd be surprised how open people will be in that scenario. Why? Because you hustle. The other way you can do it is a lot of people who are in industries know folks that are good in their industry for certain things. Because as you get more mature in your career, people don't spend just 2 weeks in between jobs. They may spend 2 months, 4 months looking for the next thing that really matters to them. So go through LinkedIn or whatever your social is and find people that are in, call it pool cleaning, and just see, hey, quick question. Looking for a CEO of a pool cleaning business. Anybody in your network make sense? Now, all that feels like hustling, doesn't it? It does. And I'm not sitting here talking to people that aren't ready to hustle. I'm talking to ones that already know the hustle is worth the outcome. To get to the freedom, to get to the 7-figure business acquisition, and in this case, to do it without having to be a full-time employee, all these things are worth it. And they're not that hard to do. You just got to put in the work. I talk about these interesting topics related to business acquisition all the time. Click these 2 videos to get your next dose of information on the topic.